The most dangerous comfort zone is the one that feels smart. Shikamaru Nara, genius level IQ, master strategist, a guy who could predict enemy moves 10 steps ahead, and yet he keeps saying one thing: what a drag. At first it sounds funny, relatable, but beneath that lazy tone lies a silent killer: mental comfort. Not the kind that helps you rest, but the kind that whispers, you are too smart to try, you will figure out later, you are not like the others. That voice feels like confidence, but it's fear in disguise. If you are ever felt like you are capable of more but stuck doing less, this story is yours. In this video you will learn why your comfort zone is more seductive than failure, how high intelligence often breeds low action, exact turning points where Shikamaru woke up, and how you can do the same, simple ninja mind hacks to break resistance and move with purpose. This isn't about motivation, it's about mental strategy, the kind that turns men into leaders. Let's begin with the first lie comfort tells us. Shikamaru is the guy everyone underestimates until he gets serious. He beats opponents twice his size, outsmarts adults in war, councils, and becomes a Jonin while others are still catching up. But for a long time, he hides behind the mask of apathy. Not because he's incapable, but because he's comfortable. To say things like, too troublesome, what's the point? It will just create more work. These are classic signs of mental withdrawal. It looks chill on the outside, but underneath, it's fear. Fear of being responsible, of being seen, of having to push. It's the same thing we do when we avoid taking initiative to work. Ghost someone we care about. Say, I could do it if I want to, but never actually try. Because trying means exposing the truth. You are not just smart, you are scared, and comfort becomes the perfect cage for smart people to waste their potential. Here's the shift. Next time you hear yourself say, I really know this, I will do it later, or I'm waiting for the right moment, stop. You are not protecting your peace, you are protecting your ego. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding by pretending not to care? Comfort feels safe, but long term it costs more than failure. And that leads us to the next mental trap. Comfort doesn't just stop you from acting, it tricks you into believing you don't need to. Shikamaru, with all his potential, could have easily coasted through life. Just smart enough to pass. Just talented enough to stay ahead without pushing himself. And for a while he did. He settled into the idea that good enough was acceptable. But here's the hidden danger. When you stop striving, you stop growing. You become a slightly better version of your younger self, but never the man you could be. This is a trap of high potential. People applaud you for being slightly above average when you are operating at 40% of your true capacity, and the applause feels good enough to numb the urge to aim higher. In real life, it sounds like, at least I'm doing better than most. I have time. I'm still young. It's not that bad. But every day you live like that, you train your mind to fear discomfort more than regret. Until one day, you wake up and realize the worst pain isn't trying and failing. It's never having tried at all. If you are good enough at work, relationships, or your professional growth, that's a red flag. It's a sign you are living at a fraction of your potential. Don't compare yourself to the crowd. Compare yourself to the man you could become. Ask yourself daily, am I moving closer to my future self or just maintaining my current self? Maintenance feels like safety, but in life, what doesn't grow dies. That brings us to the moment when life stops asking and starts demanding. For Shikamaru, the wake-up call came hard. The death of Asuma, his mentor, shattered the lazy peace he had built around himself. Suddenly, life wasn't asking for his potential, it was demanding it. There was no more later, no more troublesome. Responsibility wasn't a choice anymore, it was survival. Pain was a brutal clatter, it strips away the lies comfort tells you. When Asuma fell, Shikamaru saw what happens when you wait too long to set up. Others pay the price for your excitation. In one of the most powerful scenes of Naruto, Shikamaru smokes Asuma's last cigarette, silently vowing to change. No speeches, no drama, just a man deciding enough. Real life isn't so different. Often it's a breakup, a lost opportunity, a death, a moment where the universe slaps you awake. Comfort zones get shattered, and the question becomes, will you rise or will you retreat? You don't have to wait for tragedy to transform you. You can act before life forces your hand. Train yourself to see the smaller warnings. That restless feeling at night, the frustration after wasting another weekend, the quiet voice asking, is this it? Pain is a terrible teacher, but it's also an honest one. Listen before it was to scream. And now that we understand why life forces growth, we can look at how to choose growth before being cornered. After Asuma's death, Shikamaru changed, but not because he suddenly became more motivated. He changed because he finally accepted a simple truth: a man needs a load to carry. Without it, he erodes. With it, he rises. Purpose is not about passion or feelings. It's about responsibility, something bigger than your comfort, more important than your excuses. Shikamaru didn't stop being lazy because he felt expired. He stopped because he had people to protect, friends depending on him, a future worth fighting for. Without a real load, life becomes a series of distractions. You scroll, you binge, you numb yourself. But deep down, you know you are meant for more. Real purpose, those two things. It gives you meaning to your suffering, and it forces you to grow past your own limits. And it doesn't have to be grand. It starts small. A mission you set for yourself that demands your full attention. Ask yourself, what responsibility have I been avoiding because it feels heavy? Choose one meaningful load, something that scares you a little but excites you a lot. Maybe it's building your body, fixing your relationships, mastering your craft, whatever it is. Let it weigh on you. Let it sharpen you. Men aren't made by running from burdens. They are forged by choosing the right ones. And once you have a load to carry, the next step is learning how to move with it every single day. Shikamaru never became the strongest fighter. He didn't overpower enemies with brute strength. He beats them with tactics. Small, deliberate moves that overwhelm bigger opponents. That's exactly how you break free from comfort. Not by overwhelming yourself with huge goals, but by setting daily mini missions that outsmart your own resistance. Every day, Shikamaru would create strategies that seemed almost effortless but had a massive impact. He made his moves look easy because they were precise, not random. You need the same mindset with your personal growth. Instead of saying, I will change my life, say, today I will study for 30 minutes without distractions. Today I will have one uncomfortable conversation I've been avoiding. Today I will push myself 10% harder at the gym. Small missions, complete daily, stack up into massive transformations. The key isn't force, it's consistency. Discipline is not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every single day, even when you don't feel like it. At the start of each morning, write down one mini mission that moves you closer to your goal. Not 10 tasks, just one. If I only accomplished this one thing today, would I feel stronger tomorrow? Mastering yourself doesn't happen in one grand leap. It happens in 1,000 tiny victories stacked on the top of each other. And when you start stacking those wins, something powerful happens. You begin to transform your identity. Real battle Shikamaru fought wasn't against enemies. It was against the version of himself that said, stay small, stay safe, stay hidden. Once he chose responsibility and consistent action, he didn't just succeed, he became a leader, someone others depend on and respected. Identity is not something you are born with, it's something you earn. Every action you take is a vote for the man you are becoming. If you stay trapped in laziness and comfort, you reinforce the identity of a man who talks but doesn't act. If you start moving when imperfectly, you build the identity of of a man who is reliable, strong, and valuable. Leadership isn't a title, it's a result. It's a natural outcome when people see that you can carry your own load, and then some. Build your identity through action. Define who you want to become, not just what you want to have. Act today like the future version of you would act. When your actions align with your ideal self, confidence stops being something you chase, becomes something you embody. And this leads us to the ultimate truth about comfort zones and real honor. Shikamaru taught us that raw talent means nothing without responsibility. Intelligence means nothing without action. Potential means nothing without courage. Real honor isn't handed to you because you are gifted. It's earned when you fight your inner battles, the ones no one sees, and still move forward. The dream you have, the man you want to become, the respect you crave, they are all waiting for you outside your comfort zone. Step out, fight smart, fight consistently, and one day you look back and realize the dream wasn't killed, it was built, one hard choice at a time. If this message hit you somewhere deep, leave a comment sharing the comfort zone you are stepping out of today. Your words might be the wake-up call someone else needs. Make sure that subscribe and stay connected, because the journey of mastering yourself is just getting started. See you.